How you say that shit?
Man, this Digitzz, man. This is the first in the 15 with Toeknee Tee. Goddamn it.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Toeknee Tee. Another episode of First and 15. Shawty, I'm here with a special guest. He's a Dutch HipHop artist. And he's actually got some Southern ties as well, which makes this interview really, really special. I'm with my dog Nigel, aka Digitzz. How you doing, player?
I'm good, bro.
Cheers.
I'm good, bro.
Thank you for joining the show today.
And yeah.
So, I wanted to bring you on the show because you got a little bit different take on rap. Like, for one, you're a Dutch artist, but you rap in English.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, you got kind of like I mentioned before, you got kind of like some Southern ties, which is kind of present in your voice. So, first off, tell people where you from. Like, what hood you claim, what you about?
Nijmegen, bro. Nijmegen. I lived in Amsterdam for 10 years, so Amsterdam.
Nice.
And small town Little Utah as well. Those three cities I feel at home.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, Amsterdam on the west side, Nijmegen is on the east side. For the people who aren't from Netherlands, how far is Utah or in between all that?
About 20 minutes from Nijmegen.
So you got kind of like love a little bit around the way. Like you got different spots. Okay. I think that's cool, man. Maybe that's a little bit of your American culture because most Dutch people don't leave this city.
Yeah, I never stayed in one city for that long.
Yeah.
I really just kept moving around.
You was always about that life.
Yeah.
Well, do you prefer the city village life or the big city?
To come home to, I say the village.
Yeah.
But just to hang out, I mean both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Both, but. I start missing the village when I'm in the city for too long though. it get a little too busy for me. Yeah.
God damn it. How long have you been How long have you been making music though?
Let's say 15 years maybe.
Yeah.
15 years, about 15 years.
Always hip hop?
Always hip hop, yeah. I always wanted to do reggae at some point, but still haven't gotten to it though.
It kind of fits your vibes, like you laid back and you got the dreads as well.
But I'm not saying I do any genre really.
Yeah.
I did house music as well.
Okay, I ain't know that.
Yeah, just vocals. For a house
like the little backups or whatnot.
Yeah, like.
Or you drop like a real verse in that bit?
And shit. We got one of them actually going viral like right now, like today.
That's fly.
Yeah, y'all go check that out. A song called Boom Shakalaka by Moxie, Moksi. I'm on there. That shit going viral like today.
That's random as fuck. No, I didn't even know you did house music. So you do got like a lot of diversity then.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
What was some of your influences growing up? Like what made you want to get into doing music? What was that kind of defining moment where it's like, I'm gonna start writing this shit?
It was like dudes from around the way that were already rapping. Like the dudes I hung out with, their older brothers. They was in this like little rap group and they had a video on like the local TV network. And I remember we was just looking at that as kids and thinking like, oh shit, they superstars.
They did it!
But they was just local. But we was looking at it like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So whenever they would perform at this little podium, we would just come out there as little kids, grab the mic, bro. I started rapping.
Drop a little something. How old were y'all when y'all were doing that though?
14, 15.
Oh, okay, so y'all were legit. Yeah, around that time. And then got to the point where, I started, discovering rap for myself, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to it before then. My dad used to play me like Snoop Dogg and shit back in the day. Okay.
But then when I really
like Doggy Style?
Doggy Style, all that, everything. And
shout out Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. But then, when you start discovering shit for yourself, find out about Lil Wayne and shit, I was like, that's what, he the one that really made me start rapping though. Lil Wayne,
Yeah, shout out Lil Wayne as well. Was it Lil Wayne's? Was it his like lyricism or was
the way he sounded? Because I used to always, when I was younger, I used to always have this like high pitched voice, and like most rappers was all buff big dudes, aggressive, you know what I'm saying. And then I hear Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? I was
Weezy F.
Yeah, and I was like, shit. when I start speaking louder, my voice goes up as well. It's like, hey, that sounds cool as hell. So I always wanted to move like Snoop and sound like Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
You know, it's cool that you mentioned that because when I first heard a couple of your songs, I was like, his voice is rather high. I thought that was like processing until we went to the studio one day, and I was like, that's actually how he lays it down.
Yeah.
And that's really, really cool, man, because I think that makes it a little bit more authentic.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, that's not something that, it's just a fad for you. It's like, that's really how you deliver it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So when you first started making music, we talked about this off scene, but like your music is very positive, you know. Lil Wayne is a thug in his own right, but like what made you, when you first started writing your own shit, think like, you know what, I'm gonna make this, not like Kirk Franklin, but nobody's gotta die today.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's just because, you know, I like shit to be authentic, you know what I'm saying? I can't write about nothing that I don't know nothing about, bro. Like, to be honest with you.
You ain't gonna put that out there.
Yeah, I grew up, I got homies that are into all that type shit. I grew up around it. But at the same time, that's not me though. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here to have a good time, bro. Yeah. Not trying to kill nobody.
Do you
unless
feel
I
like
have to? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But I'd rather not.
Desperate times. Do you feel that as artists, what we portray in our music is what how can I word this? Do you feel like we should portray in our music how we feel, or do you feel like we can just be a recording artist and just lay out whatever?
Either way is cool. Whatever works for you, you know what I'm saying? Some people just maybe feel like they got the most boring life. To me, I say use that, but for some people, I mean, they might feel like that's not good enough or whatever, and you know what I'm saying? If it works for you, I mean, more power to you.
Yeah.
If you get out of it what you want to get out of it, whether it be girls, money, fame, whatever, if it works for you, hey, more power to you. I love to see a young nigga win, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I couldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Not what you about. Man, I think maybe that's like an age thing, bro, because I feel like even artists that we listen to growing up, you know, what they talk about nowadays, not necessarily in their rhymes, but how they talk on their podcasts and shit, it's completely different than what they were feeling back in the day. Yeah. I feel like maybe as we get a little bit older, like we're not really with that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is really a young and reckless mind state. You know what I'm saying? To just be out here fucking shit up, beefing niggas. You know what I'm saying? It really is a young nigga type thing. I mean, when they don't know everybody once you get older, it's you like start valuing other things. You know what I'm saying? You learn that, hey man, I made it up to this point. I made it to at least 27, 28, 30 now. Damn, now I'm trying to make it to 60. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be out here fucking around
different
dying over
goals
stupid
and shit.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit, because how old are you now? Almost 35?
I'm 32.
32? Yeah. As an artist in his 30s, how does that feel? Do you feel like, not necessarily you out of the game, like you lost the game, but do you feel like it's a young man sport?
Oh, no, not at all, bro. I feel like it's a whoever sport, man. Just make good music. It don't matter. I don't care if you 60, 80, 30, 20, 10. It don't matter to me. Yeah, it's hard. I personally don't give a fuck. I mean, some people look at it like that, but I personally don't give a shit, bro. If you hard, you hard, man. Don't matter.
I think so too, man. I think even if you are old, I mean, you know, age really shouldn't have to do with it, but if you got a message to portray,
exactly, bro,
somebody will link up with it.
Exactly, and it's the internet that really put that in everybody's mind, bro. Cause what is old, bro? I mean, shit. I don't think you old until you 60, 70. I look at those people like, damn, they old. You know what I'm saying? Like,
start slowing down.
Yeah, exactly. But anything before that, I mean, you still able to, you know what I'm saying, run around here and bungee jump if you have to. I mean, you're not older than me. You still got it, bro.
So you, at the moment, you work with a label. What is your name?
Rock and Roller.
Shout out Rock and Roller. And have you ever spent any time as an independent artist though? I mean, besides when you were just coming up?
Yeah, I have a couple years ago.
Now, do you prefer the independent life, or do you prefer rocking with the label? I'm sure they have advantages.
They both have advantages. I mean, I like them both really, but personally, kind of antisocial, awkward and shit, you know what I'm saying? So the business side of things, I can't really put my mind to it. Like I just like making music, bro. Other shit, it just doesn't interest me. You know what I'm saying? It does because I know about it, but the execution. I ain't trying to sit here all day. Fucking
let somebody else handle that shit.
Yeah, I let somebody else handle all that shit. So I say, I mean, you got different type of artists. Some people is just about that. You know what I'm saying? Like all about it. And then I would say like go independent if you willing to do all that. But if you somebody like me who just wants to make music and try to find a label that works for you. You know what I'm saying?
Now, if you could speak on that a little bit, because I mean, we spoke a little bit before, but you've had multiple labels. What goes into settling on a good label for you? Like, what is not necessarily your particular situation, but what goes into choosing a label for artists who are on the verge looking at things like that?
Okay, so in the beginning, for me, it was just I needed a jump start, bro. So I was like, okay, let me see what the biggest one of what the biggest one is.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, the one that had like the most for what I was trying to accomplish. I was trying to get known. I was trying to have my name out there and people know me. You know what I'm saying? And that type of shit. So I was fortunate enough to end up at one of the biggest labels in the country. So that worked out well for me. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm in this shit a little longer and I've had all those experience, I say that's why this time I chose for a little more indie label, a smaller label, because it's just people that I trust and people that are just willing to build with you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just going on Instagram, seeing who's popping independently already, and be like, all right, okay, I see this nigga got about 80,000 followers. He doing at least 400 or 500K views.
Let's put our stamp on that.
Yeah, let's get on that. Let's get some money. You know what I'm saying? While these dudes is just really trying to build with you, and I prefer that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to be rich tomorrow or be the most famous nigga on earth tomorrow, bro. I don't care. I don't care if it takes another 10 years, bro. I don't care.
I think that's cool, man. You approach it from more of a realist standpoint, I think, because a lot of artists, money is important, but for them, they're like, all right, I need to be like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but the beginning niggas need to understand that shit just comes with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It just comes with it. I was lucky enough to be in like a popular group back in the day. So
what was your name?
Nouveau Rich. All we really did was just fuck around. Every week we would just make songs. We would just fuck around and have fun. And it just happened. It just turned into something. So I know for a fact that just do what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? Just have fun with it. Just enjoy doing it. Just enjoy doing it. And the shorties, the money, all that shit, it just comes with it, bro. You don't have to...
What would you say goes into, what would you say was something that kind of got y'all signed back in the day? Like, what put y'all on the radar of the labels?
We weren't even signed. We just started making music and it just became something. We wasn't even really signed at that point. Like, we started that shit ourselves.
It was just organic?
Yeah, and then it just grew into something. But it's not, we didn't really sit down with labels and have to present our music or whatever. We just created that ourselves back in the day.
That's gangster. That's real pioneer like other shit.
Yeah, it was cool.
Were y'all some of the first English rappers back in the shit?
I know you had dudes before me. Because the group I was in was all Dutch. I was the only one doing English.
Oh, so you was throwing a little pizzazz in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was the only one doing that. But there were definitely dudes before me rapping English. Yeah, out here.
Shout out to them, everybody doing it. The different choices in the Netherlands. I fuck with that.
Yeah, but you had dudes called, everyone who Sugar Cane. He was rapping English. Mr. Prize was one of them. That kind of made a name. Not too many made like a name out here though. But, there was a couple of them. Singers. Fat. He go by Rico Green now. Michael X was one of them, and more of them. I can't think of them all right now. But
are they all from bigger cities, or are they all from?
Yeah, most of them from either Amsterdam or Rotterdam.
That makes sense. As a Dutch artist, speak on the Dutch hip hop scene a little bit. Where do you think most music is popping? Like, what do you think that? Well, before Corona, where was like most of the Dutch live hip hop scene popping?
Yeah, the bigger cities, bro. I say Amsterdam and Rotterdam are the most popping one, where like the most artists are just clustered up. You know what I'm saying? But
most people trying to do their thing.
Yeah, definitely The Hague, all the bigger cities. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, it just spreads around the country. So now it's basically everywhere. You got rappers in every fucking city. But
yeah,
basically like the most of them, I say like Amsterdam and shit rather than.
Because the Netherlands is so small, do you think that an artist has to be in a bigger city to be doing things?
No, definitely not. Since it's so small, you can be anywhere you want.
That's what I figured.
It doesn't really matter. Like I live in Nijmegen, but it's like only an hour and 20-minute drive.
Real quick.
In Amsterdam. Yeah. Like I'm so small, bro. You can get from one side of the country to the other side in like 2-3 hours. You know what I'm saying? You seen the whole country.
That's a real convenience, yo, because you know, even though it's different cities across the country, there's still big cities, different scenes.
Yeah.
And so if you're an artist, as long as you can get your ass on the train, get your ass in the car, like you can really get it around Netherlands and do damage in different areas and have different impacts.
Exactly.
That's one thing I like about the Netherlands and why I try to market myself as an artist so much in Netherlands, because I'm not gonna say it's easier, but it's just more condensed.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like if you can make an impact in, you know, a few key areas, it's different than being in Germany where you got like Frankfurt and, you know, goddamn 80 million plus people in this bitch.
Yeah, it's a lot, bro. Like Holland's small as hell, bro. I think Holland fits into Texas like, I don't know what, maybe 8 times or some shit, maybe more.
Way more,
right? Maybe 20 times.
I was like
30,
50, yeah.
50 shit. Yeah, Holland like small, like on the world map, this is Holland right here, nigga.
Little speck, bro.
Yeah, so
man.
shit.
But I be using that shit to my advantage. But you've been an artist for almost 15 years. Like, what kind of producers do you like to work with? What's your taste on that?
Basically anybody who make what I like to hear.
Yeah.
I don't really care if you have 100,000 followers or 2 followers, nigga. I don't really give a shit, bro. If it sounds like something I want to hear right now,
that's in the move. That's hey, producers, get at them.
Yeah, and even artists too. Like I don't really care. I don't care how big you are. I don't give a shit, bro.
You know, for the little time that I've known you, that's one thing I've noticed. You do work with a lot of lesser known artists like myself and things like that. Where do you get that from? Because most of the time in hip hop, people are all like,
yeah, cause I'm not trying to make a name off of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I want people to fuck with me for me, not because I work with that dude. I mean, I know all them dudes. I could work with them, but I wouldn't want people to fuck with me just cause that dude my homie. You know what I'm saying?
You're more, yeah, man. I'm also against not necessarily name dropping, but being popping off something else. It's not really. It's not really a goal.
Exactly. Like I know most of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with most of them too, but I'm not out on Instagram taking pictures with them and all that type of shit. I mean, ain't no wrong with that, but that's not what I like to do.
But what I mean specifically is like, why do you choose to kind of give back to other artists? Because you know you're an established artist yourself. You know, especially nationwide.
I don't view myself that way. I don't know what it is. Like I said, bro, I'm antisocial as hell. I spend most of my life just in my own mind. You know what I'm saying?
So funny, y'all. I did not know this about it.
Yeah, bro. Like I spend most of my life like in my own mind. So
yeah,
I'm just down to earth as hell, bro. Like, if I go somewhere. Like, maybe those people already know I'm gonna still introduce myself by my real name. You know what I'm saying? I won't be out.
I think that's what the hip hop scene, like, hip hop is cool being, you know, braggadocious and competitive, but I think realism is what a lot of it lacks. And I think that's a cool quality that you have, my young sir.
Yeah.
Who are some artists that you want to work with, though? Like, not necessarily in the Dutch scene, just like, if you could have 3 artists you could work with, put on track, who would it be? One of them gotta be dead.
One of them gotta be dead?
One of them gotta be dead.
Damn. See, that's a tough question for me. I don't know. I mean, I say Bob Marley.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's your dead guy.
That's the dead one. I say,
so you would do, then you would do a reggae track?
But yeah, probably. Yeah.
Whatever Bob was feeling.
Yeah, whatever he was feeling, I'd be like, let's do it, bro.
I feel that shit so much. It's like you show me the space, I'll feel it.
Let's just get to it, man. And live ones, I say, I mean, it's not necessarily artists, bro. It's more maybe producers. I want to work with Pharrell.
Yeah, okay, I feel that like
and
a motherfucker.
Ty Dolla $ign, bro.
Okay.
I think
he does add that little sauce.
Bro, he all around, bro. That nigga melodies.
Mm-hmm. His hooks are golden.
I studied Ty Dolla $ign. You know what I'm saying? I really do.
So you would say he's maybe not an influence, but an inspiration?
I mean, yeah, it's not necessarily that I go into the studio and be like, all right, let me make a Ty Dolla $ign type song, but I do listen to a lot of, like, the way he puts melodies together and shit, and the fact that he produces everything himself. Mm-hmm. I think that's impressive as hell.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think he's talented as fuck and very underrated.
Yeah.
Just like T-Pain, you know what I'm saying? Very underrated, bro.
When it comes to Ty Dolla $ign, I feel like maybe only a few like Southern artists know about him, because 2 Chainz knows what's up when it comes to Ty Dolla $ign. But I don't hear Ty Dolla $ign on too many other people's records.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's very underrated.
But he's I mean, maybe not the same level as Drake, but if you get a Ty Dolla $ign hook, it's gonna snap.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
The shawty's is gonna bounce to that, boy.
Yeah.
For the people that aren't familiar with you, like, you know, what kind of style of music would you say that you make, though?
I couldn't name it, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's whatever I feel like at the moment. It could be anything. Like, literally anything.
Diverse as shit.
Yeah, it could be anything. And maybe that's the problem also, why it takes so long. You know what I'm saying?
Why would you say it's a problem? You feel like you spreading out too much?
Yeah, maybe. You can't really define it. You know what I'm saying? More so, the voice.
Yeah.
My voice is it's very recognizable, but...
Yeah, it's the common thing.
Yeah, but other than that, it's just always something else, bro. I like to do something else every time. Maybe I should just stick to one thing for a while. Fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
When you bring it up like that, that is kind of that is something to mention.
Consistency is key, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas that just, you know how, like, let's be real. Most artists that are like big as hell and just continue to be big as hell, they like make the same song over and over. Basically. Yeah. Basically. They feel like, oh, this shit make money, let's keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Which is smart as hell.
It is smart to a point, I guess, especially when you're trying to like get on for real, because then people are checking that same category for the same type of shit. Yeah,
maybe I should do that shit, bro.
I feel like I'm coming out of the end of my like figuring out what kind of music I want to make phase, but then at the end of this, I want to make like different kinds of music.
Yeah.
I want to do something. I don't know if I want to necessarily make like trap style music anymore, cause it's not played out. But I don't know. I feel like I've had my time with that type of shit.
It really all depends on the day, bro. What mood you in, what the weather's like.
How you
know what I'm saying? It's all that.
I've had a studio session with you before, but what is your internal writing process like? Like what when you're totally by yourself and you're about to make a new song, how do you kind of start it out? Do you start with the hook or do you start with the verse?
I don't know. It depends. I just usually just hear a beat that I like, and it just happens. I don't really think about it too much.
You just get described.
Yeah, I don't sit there and think of a concept or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I just sit there and probably just hum, melodies or whatever, and then just put words to it, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Just sit there and hum some shit and then put words to it.
So you kind of hum the melody and then fill in the words later?
Yeah. And
that's interesting.
Yeah, but I don't really sit there and think about a concept or whatever. It's usually just the first words that go with the melody I thought of.
First shit to snap.
And then just go off that. So if I sit here and it goes, fucking, I don't know, dog, wood, man, I'm about to have a whole song about dogs and wood, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's gonna be about. I'll find some metaphor in dog and wood. And,
would you say that your songs are often theme based, or would you say that they're kind of like you just going off whatever sounds fly?
That's how it starts, going off whatever, and then it always just works out where it's kind of a theme to it. It just works out like that.
Kind of start shaping it as you go.
Yeah, as I'm writing, I feel like, okay, I can stick to this. You know what I'm saying? And then just keep going like that.
Interesting, because like me myself as an artist, that's one thing I want to start working on, is trying to make more themes to it, because I feel like it's more story wise. I can always talk about how poppin' I am, but if you had a little theme to something, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just happens. I don't really sit there and think about it.
Have you ever used a ghostwriter?
No, never.
No?
No. I've been in the studio with like multiple people and just think of a melody together or that type of shit, but never had like somebody write a whole song for me.
Do you feel like an artist can claim to be the best if they've used a ghostwriter?
Yeah, if they make their own, if they write their own music as well.
Okay.
If the only thing you do is fuck with ghostwriters.
What if I'm totally taking a shot at Drake?
I know. And I'm a big Drake fan, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What if this artist's most popular song is written by somebody else? Does it count?
Yeah. He's still the hardest out here. Yeah.
No diss to Drake. His shit is fine. I'm not gonna lie. Well, cool, man. Yeah, man. I dig artists who write. You know, I feel like there's nothing wrong with ghostwriting as well. It is what they want to do. Whatever makes the best product, that's what it is.
Exactly, bro. And yeah. I mean, don't be too proud to be in the studio and have other people come up with ideas. You know, some artists be like that too. You sit in the studio and then there's other people around. They come up with ideas and they just shut that down like instantly because they don't want to hear it. Nah, bro. Yeah. I got this shit, whatever, bro. Hey, it might be a good idea. Why not use it? It's about the end product, man. You know
Twerk it a little bit. That's another tip for your artists, man. Like, don't be afraid to take a little inspiration from somebody else.
Yeah, man. It's about the final product. That shit just needs to sound good.
To be honest, that's why I like being in the studio with other people because then you do get a little bit of a little insight from other people. Yeah. Even if it's not on the lyrics, it's on like how you should deliver it or something like that.
Yeah. Sometimes I just need to be around other people, man. Just be with my homies, just crack jokes, like. Sometimes I be having studio sessions and we don't even make music. We just sit there and bust jokes the whole night, and then that joke turns into a song. Like, oh shit, you just said that. Wow, let's use that. You know what I'm saying?
That's smart as hell.
Yeah, some dumb shit.
We gonna wrap it up in a minute, but before we go, you hella tatted, bro.
Yeah.
When you first started getting tattoos?
14. I got my first one, 14.
So it was like tattoos, and then like that day you walked out, you was like, bitch, I'm a rapper now. Like this is it.
No, I had tattoos. I had tattoos before
before you started rapping? Okay. I thought you just wanted to fulfill your destiny.
Nah, I mean tattoos since I was 14, and I still getting them.
You trademark. What? Sorry, that was a good time. Your trademark, I can't pronounce it. It's like Mexican mariachi, like yeah. Where the fuck did you come up with that from?
I just made a song when I was, I don't know, maybe 15, 16.
Yeah.
I made a song about girls in the club shaking. That was the time when shaking ass songs were the shit. You remember that time?
A Lil Jon and them?
Yeah, everybody was just talking about they in the club and girls are shaking ass.
Yeah.
So I made a song about girls in the club shaking ass, and I figured the sound the ass will make. You know what I'm saying? The ass will be vibrating. You know what I'm saying? So I made a song like that, and then people heard it, and then whenever they called me or whatever, they were like, "Hey, what you doing? Where you at?"
So it just stuck.
And then I just kept saying it in songs, and then it became a whole thing, and then it just stuck.
Bro, because I heard one song you, and then like you said it, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I even like went back like, what did he just say? And then like the second song I heard of you, I was like, oh, this is a thing.
Yeah,
this is a thing.
Yeah, it just happened.
Well, yo, man, this is the first of the 15. It's been a pleasure, my brother. I really appreciate you, man. Y'all go check out my dog. He's got some work coming. He's doing his thizzle. Anything else you want to say to people before we slide out?
Yeah, man. Stay tuned for the song we got coming as well. Shit.
Exactly. Krenak. I never like giving away secrets, but when they give it away, it's okay. Yeah. Peace, y'all. Thuggin'.